Question 1. Which Roman emperor ordered the building of a wall in AD 122 to defend Roman Britain? A. Emperor Augustus, B. Emperor Hadrian, C. Emperor Claudius, D. Emperor Nero. Answers is B. Emperor Hadrian. Emperor Hadrian ordered the building of Hadrian's Wall in AD 122. It stretched across northern England, from on the River Tyne to. Question 2. What was the name given to the 7 Anglo-Saxon kingdoms that existed in England before it became a unified country? A. The B. The C. The Heptarchy, D. The Monarchy. Answers is C. The Heptarchy. The period before England became a unified country saw several Anglo-Saxon kingdoms, often referred to as the Heptarchy, meaning 7 kingdoms. Question 3. What important document, signed in 1215, established the idea that no one, not even the king, was above the law? A. The Bill of Rights, B. Magna, C. The Petition of Right, D. The Act of Union. Answers is B. Magna. Magna, signed by King John in 1215, was a foundational document that set limits on the power of the monarch and laid groundwork for human rights. Question 4. Approximately what proportion of the population of England and Wales died during the Black Death in the century? A. B. C. D. Answers is C. The Black Death, a devastating plague that swept through Europe in the century, killed approximately of the population of England and Wales. Question 5. Which British engineer is famous for developing the steam engine, a key invention of the Industrial Revolution? A. George, B. Richard, C. James Watt, D. Kingdom. Answers is C. James Watt. James Watt was a Scottish inventor and mechanical engineer whose Watt steam engine, introduced in 1776, was fundamental to the Industrial Revolution. Question 6. During which century did the British Empire reach its largest extent, covering almost a quarter of the world's land surface? A. Century, B. Century, C. Century, D. Century. Answers is B. Century. By the century, the British Empire was the largest empire in history, ruling over roughly a quarter of the world's population. Question 7. When did World War I begin and end? A. 1910 to 1914, B. 1916 to 1918, C. 1914 to 1918, D. 1912 to 1916. Answers is C. 1914 to 1918. World War I, also known as the Great War, lasted from 1914 to 1918. Britain fought alongside France, Russia, Italy, Japan, and the United States. Question 8. Who was Prime Minister during most of World War and is known for his inspiring leadership? A. Chamberlain, B. Clement, C. Churchill, D. David George. Answers is C. Churchill. Churchill was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1940 to 1945, and again from 1951 to 1955. He led Britain during. Question 9. Which monarch broke away from the Church of Rome in the century, leading to the establishment of the Church of England? A. Elizabeth I. B. Henry C. Mary I. D. Edward. Answers is B. Henry. King Henry initiated the English Reformation in the century, breaking with papal authority and establishing the monarch as head of the Church of England. Question 10. Which movement campaigned for women's right to vote in the early century using both peaceful and militant methods? A. Chartists. B. Suffragettes. C. D. Answers is B. Suffragettes. The suffragette movement, led by figures like Pankhurst, tirelessly campaigned for women's suffrage, achieving it for most women in 1918. Question 11. Which city is the capital of Wales? A. Edinburgh. B. Cardiff. C. Belfast. D. London. Answers is B. Cardiff. Cardiff is the capital city of Wales. It is on the south coast of Wales and is its largest city. Question 12. What is the national flower of England? A. Thistle. B. Rose. C. Daffodil. D. Shamrock. Answers is B. Rose. The rose is the national flower of England, often associated with the Wars of the Roses. The daffodil is for Wales, thistle for Scotland, and shamrock for Northern Ireland. Question 13. Which famous tennis tournament is held annually in London and is one of the 4 Grand Slam events? A. The Open Championship. B. Grand National. C. Wimbledon. D. FA Cup. Answers is C. Wimbledon. Wimbledon is the oldest tennis tournament in the world and is widely considered the most prestigious. It has been held at the All England Club in London since 1877. Question 14. Which English playwright and poet is widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language? A. Charles Dickens. B. Jane. C. William Shakespeare. D. Answers is C. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare, often called England's national poet, is widely considered the greatest writer in the English language and the world's dramatist. Question 15. What is the Commonwealth? A. A European Economic Union. B. A voluntary organisation of independent. C. A military alliance of former British. D. A trade agreement between Britain and the Answers is B. A voluntary organisation of independent. The Commonwealth is a voluntary association of 56 independent and equal sovereign states. Most members are former of the British Empire. Question 16. What is the title of the British national anthem? A. Rule Britannia. B. Land of Hope and Glory. C. God Save the D. Jerusalem. Answers is C. God Save the. The national anthem of the United Kingdom is God Save the King when there is a king, and God Save the Queen when there is a queen. Question 17. What are the 2 main houses of Parliament in the A. House of and Senate, B. House of Commons and House of Lords, C. House of and House of Peers, D. House of and House of Nobles? Answers is B. House of Commons and House of Lords. The Parliament is bicameral, meaning it has 2 houses, the House of Commons, which is elected, and the House of Lords, which is appointed. Question 18. At what age can citizens in the vote in a general election? A. 21, B. 16, C. 18, D. 25. Answers is C. 18. In the can vote in general elections, local elections and referendums from the age of 18, provided they are registered to vote. Question 19. What is a key responsibility of all adult citizens if they are called upon? A. To join the armed forces, B. To serve on a jury, C. To attend Parliament, D. To become a local councillor. Answers is B. To serve on a jury. Serving on a jury is a civic duty and an important responsibility for adult citizens if they are selected to do so, helping to ensure justice. Question 20. Which of these is a court that deals with serious criminal cases in England, Wales and Northern Ireland? A. Court, B. Crown Court, C. Small Claims Court, D. County Court. Answers is B. Crown Court. The Crown Court deals with serious criminal cases. Courts deal with less serious criminal cases and some civil matters. Question 21. The Human Rights Act incorporated into British law the European Convention on Human Rights. When did this happen? A. 1972, B. 2005, C. 1998, D. 1986. Answers is C. 1998. The Human Rights Act 1998 came into force in 2000, making the European Convention on Human Rights directly enforceable in courts. Question 22. Which of these is a devolved administration within the A. London Assembly, B. Scottish Parliament, C. English Parliament, D. Welsh County Council? Answers is B. Scottish Parliament. There has devolved administrations in Scotland Scottish Parliament, Wales Senedd Cymru, and Northern Ireland Assembly. Question 23. How often must cars over 3 years old have a mo test in the A. Every 2 years, B. Every year, C. Every 3 years, D. Every 5 years? Answers is B. Every year. An mo test is an annual test of vehicle safety, roadworthiness aspects, and exhaust emissions required for most vehicles over 3 years old in the. Question 24. Which of the following is considered a fundamental British value? A. Individualism above all, B. Strict social hierarchy, C. Tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs, D. Promotion of a single national culture. Answers is C. Tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs. Fundamental British values include democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, and mutual respect and tolerance for those of different faiths and beliefs.